Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. We count down to kickoff in what should be an epic one here, as it'll be the AFC champion Cincinnati Bengals taking on the champions from the NFC, the Carolina Panthers. It's finally time for the main event here in 2025. Away we go in Super Bowl 59. A fairly short kick from the 14. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing on the first play from scrimmage, here's Burrow. This goes out wide from Mixon.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Now they go play action now. Burrow. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And this one is incomplete.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
Here we go. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Burrow. He's got him in, complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase with a first touchdown of this Super Bowl and a long one at that. And the Bengals are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
First and 10 for the Panthers as Corral gets him set at their own 21. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. Back to throw, Corral. That's complete right side to Kmet. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 13 yards, first down, Panthers. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Corral to throw on first and 10. Open here, Adam Thielen. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a first and 10 at the 48-yard line. First down, here's Corral with it. Taking a shot here for Marshall. And he fires one that's intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off, and the Bengals are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. Their tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. First and 10. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
And now a hook up downfield on second down. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. First down, here's Burrow. Rolling, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. Second and 19. He sets to fire deep, and that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. McPherson on for the point after. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
14. Panthers nothing. Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taken from about the 12.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 28.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They trailed early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. Just a gain of a couple there. And that'll make it 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. The slot man in motion right. Off play action. Here's Corral. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. When you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays that go in the wrong direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception. But where they are on the scoreboard, they've got to get rid of all of that and just create positive plays for themselves in order to have a chance.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Panthers nothing.
Welcome back to the date on the calendar we circle every year. Super Bowl Sunday. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis here with you as we get set to begin quarter 2. Slot man moves right. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Fourth down. Here's Corral. Forced out to his left. Lets it fly for Thielen. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off. And the Bengals are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. The Bengals drive about to get going. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. They'll start here with a give to Mixon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 44-yard line.
11 coming.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46. Now right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this is caught. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball? Or are we cool to do it here in football, partner?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary. Or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance they stop passing now the way that it's going. I think they'll continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 18.
On first down, Corral. And once again, this is Sanders. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Corral, another throw coming. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And the Bengals are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, it's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And the Panthers are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun.
He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A reminder, as we did all through the regular season, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman at halftime. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
That's swung out wide to Sanders. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
It's a second down run with Sanders. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Corral with it, first down here. This ball complete to Thielen going across the middle.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. A solid gain of 7 yards that time on the keeper and a first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
Open man is Komet, the tight end. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7.
Corral going to throw it this time.
Being chased out left. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Now Lutz for the field goal try. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. The kick by Lutz is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
On one, ready?
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2.
Brian Burns Barnes in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
Here we go.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Final play of the half for Burrow and company. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. So it's halftime here on sports' grandest stage in the Super Bowl. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. A fairly short kick from the 14. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And right now, their chances of hoisting that Lombardi trophy not looking too great, but perhaps that long halftime, maybe it did them a world of good.
But if there's ever a chance to regroup, it's in this game, right? Because you do have that long halftime, a chance to really assess things and maybe make some changes and true adjustments. They played great all year long. That was the worst first half of the season for them. They're hoping to put it behind them and come out punching here in the second half.
Corral's throw complete here to Kmet. And he is going to lose yardage here. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. And the tight end goes in motion left. Third and long, Corral. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Going for it on fourth down, Corral. Taking a shot here for Marshall. He's got a man, complete. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. On first down, it's Corral. He's got Sanders on the out route. It's caught. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. Again, it's Corral. And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points, but he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Third quarter of the biggest spectacle in sport, the Super Bowl. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Second and 10. Off play action. Here's Corral. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And they stop him short of the first as he can only get to the 20. Fourth down, Corral looking to throw it. Throw left side on target to Thielen. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Matt Corral, a 16-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard and you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
Here we go. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
And you can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Back to Mixon on first down. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
That's another Bengals first down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
The slot man in motion right. Mixon with a first down carry. And he stopped immediately there. Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here we go. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Bengal got going a little early there.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. And they go play action now. Burrow. Man open. It's St. Brown. He's got it. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 right at the 40. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42.
3 quarters gone by. Don't leave your seats now, folks. The 4th and final quarter of the Super Bowl is up next.
We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
An option handoff here to Mixon.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
On 2, ready?
This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches.
11.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
55 rushing yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
I think there's a fatigue factor that's kicking in defensively. You know the will is still strong, but I think the offense is starting to bend it just a little bit, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. It's looked that way. We'll see if they can continue this already strong drive. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. Here's the option going right. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter.
On 2.
Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here.
11.
Burrow will throw. Touchdown, Bengals. Darren Waller from 21 yards away. And the Bengals are feeling good as they extend their lead in this Super Bowl. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that will make this a 19-point game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Those Super Bowl hopes that they had really dwindling now here in the fourth quarter. That NFC crown that they got 2 weeks ago seems like a distant memory as they have been outplayed tonight. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. The Panthers on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. That's complete right side to Kmet. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Corral to throw on 1st and 10. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Corral sets up play action. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to get this down inside the 5 before he's out of bounds. A big play there for Carolina. 58 yards.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure's good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Matt Corral, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Panthers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. All right, so this one not quite over yet. Back to a 2-score game, CD.
Yeah, and you've still got 4+ minutes to go, so when you think about comebacks, it's happened before. Now, it hasn't happened often, but you've got to think to yourself, let's be the next great comeback story and play this one out.
And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And he's going to be out of bounds. Here's the run back. Will leave him shy of the 20-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
ready.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they have been the better of the two sides to this point with a 2-score lead, fourth quarter of this Super Bowl. And the Lombardi Trophy within reach as they start this drive, 1st and 10. Marcus Peters up to make the tackle. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
11 coming.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 64 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Burrow on 3rd down. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3-and-out.
Here we go.
In motion goes the tight end. 4th down. Here's Joe Burrow. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. First down. Here's Corral with it. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And the Bengals are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
And he will step out of bounds all the way down inside the 40. So naturally they will decline it. They got the first down anyway on the play.
Who needs a penalty when you picked up the first down through hard work and effort anyway? First down.
Here we go, here we go.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
11 MT, 11 MT. 12, 11, 11, 11.
Burrow once again here on 2nd and 10. Throwing right, and that's complete. Touchdown! Mac Hollins 38 yards. And the Bengals have put this one to bed here in the fourth quarter. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for two. And Burrow's going to look to throw for it. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation. In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And it's becoming more and more apparent that this is just not going to be their night. That Lombardi trophy so close, but the expectations. He's got him in, complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. A big play there for Carolina. 45 yards.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
Corral sets up play action. Sliding out of the pocket. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
On 2nd and 10, Corral. Will get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking in zone, but it's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Corral takes a shotgun snap. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Corral, another throw coming. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 4th down, desperation time. Here's Corral. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. DJ Chark, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
Corral to throw. And now the pressure gets gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Pulls it in at the 13.
And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
On one, ready?
The Bengals drive about to get going. And with the defense out of timeouts, powerless to stop the clock, this should just be a couple of kneel downs. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
On one, ready?
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. That one looks like he'll throw here. Got a man, it's Darren Waller. Finding room at midfield. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown, Bengals. Darren Waller, his 2nd touchdown of the...
Here we go. On one, ready? On one, ready?